So in this, let us read 13. Okay, 7th canto, 10th chapter, text 13. Bhogena punyam kushlena papam kalevaram kalajavena hitva kirtim vishuddham suralokagetam vitaya mameshyasi mukta bandha. Bhogena, by feelings of material happiness, punyam, pious activities, or the reverse, kushalena, by acting piously. Devotional service is the best of all pious activities. Papam, all kinds of reactions to impious activities. Kalevaram, the material body. Kala Javena, by the most powerful time factor. Hitva, giving the Kirtim, reputation. Vishuddham, transcendental or fully purified. Suraloka Gitam, praised even the heavenly planets. Pitaya, spreading all through the universe. Mama, unto me, Ishyasu, you will come back. Mukta Bandha, being liberated from all bondage. My dear translation and purport by His Holiness A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. My dear Prahlad, while you are in this material world, you will exhaust all the reactions of pious activity by feeling happiness, and by acting piously, you will neutralize impious activity. Because of the powerful time factor, you will give up your body, but the glories of your activities will be sung in the upper planet system, and being fully freed from all bondage, you will return home back to Godhead. Purport. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, Evam Prahladasyam Sena Sadhana Siddhatvam Nitya Siddhatvam Cha Narada Vijayam. There are two classes of devotees, the Sadhana Siddha and Nitya Siddha. Okay, this is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It is very great explanation is given there. So Prahlad Maharaj is a mixed Siddha. That is, he is perfectly partly because of executing devotional service and partly because of eternal perfection. So he is mixed. His Nitya Siddha means who are already eternally they are perfect. And the Sadhana Siddha means he has done devotional service and then he becomes Siddha. Prahlad Maharaj is both. Thus he is compared to such devotees as Narada. Formerly, Narad Muni was the son of a maid servant, and therefore in his next birth he attained perfection, sadhana siddhi. Because of having executed devotional service, yet he is also a Nitya Siddha because he never forgets the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The word Kushlena is very important. One should live in the material world very expertly. The material world is known as the world of duality because one sometimes has to act impiously and sometimes has to act piously. Although one does not want to act impiously, the world is so fashioned that there is always danger. Padam padam yadavipadam. In this way, even when performing devotional service, a devotee has to create many enemies. Prahlad Maharaj himself had experience of this, or even his father became his enemy. Okay, the world is like that only. Even though you don't do anything, still there may be some enemy for you. Prahlad was not doing any harm to anyone, but still his father only became his enemy. So a devotee should expertly manage to think always of the Supreme Lord so that the reactions of suffering cannot touch him. This is the expert management of Papa Punya, pious and impious activities. An exalted devotee like Prahlad Maharaj is Jivan Mukta. He is liberated even in this very life in the material world. Okay, so one should be very expert. Devotee should be very expert in dealing with the material things and whatever is, whether it is pious or impious activities, we should expertly, like Srila Prabhupada is very expert in dealing. Like materialistic people, he will meet devotees, Mayavadis, everybody, he will have a, Prabhupada will meet them properly. You know? So, for example, if a devotee knows that some person may oppose or may create obstacle in my bhakti, then they will be expertly, they will keep distance from them. And if they are like some office people or some family members, some neighbors, right? Which, so these people you cannot go just like very far. No? Family members, neighbors, or office people, they are always going to be there nearby you. So these devotees will be very expert. No? How, like, they will have only whatever minimum engagement is needed. That's it. Expertly, they will avoid their association and engage themselves fully, uh, always in the Krishna's thought. Right here, it is mentioned. Prahlad Maharaj himself had experience of this, for even his father became his enemy. So a devotee should expertly manage to think always of the Supreme Lord, so that the reactions of suffering cannot touch. Very expertly, a devotee should, you know, manage. We should find a way, use all our intelligence to find out that how to avoid this kind of situations. Next 14. Ya etat ki. So Lord Nrsimha is saying to Prahlad that, see, now you have my devotee. Now previous sloka 12th we have seen now that he said, okay, you become the king of whole demons till the end of Manu's life, whole Manvantar, and enjoy. So Lord is giving all the blessings to Prahlad simply. And he's saying that at the end you will come back to me. You will be back to home, back to Godhead. Okay. Text 14. Yah etat kirtayet yenam ahyam tvaya gitam idam naraha tvam cha mam cha smaran kale karma bandhat pramuchyate. Yah, anyone who etat this activity kirtayet, chants mahyam unto me tvaya by you, gitam prayers offered, idam this naraha human being, tvam you cha as well as mam cha me also, smaran remembering, kale in due course of time, karma bandha from the bondage of material activities, pramuchyate becomes free. The one who always remembers your activities and my activities also, and who chants the prayers you have offered, becomes free in due course of time from the reaction from material activities. Lord Nrsimha is saying this whole pastime, and Prahlad activities, Lord Nrsimha's activities, anybody who chants, and also the prayers offered by Prahlad Maharaj, anybody chants those prayers, what will happen? The result, they will also become free from reactions of material activity. So here it is stated that anyone who chants and hears about the activities of Prahlad Maharaj and relationship with Prahlad activities, the activities of Nrsimhadev, gradually becomes free from all bondage of activities. So we are discussing this pastime from many days, Prahlad and Nrsimhadev. So this will, to what amount of Shraddha we had, to the same result we will get, right? To the degree of faith we have, or our intentions behind hearing this, that will decide, how much purification we will get. So you might have noticed that some people were saying to me that after hearing this, reading this pastimes of Prahlad and Nrsimhadev from my days, regularly reading and hearing, they feel this kind of detachment. and they feel that lot of realization they have got. So that's why Lord Nursing they are saying, if with full faith we hear, then we will come free from material bondage. So Prabhupada is quoting from Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Yam hiva vyatapayanti ete purusham purushasabha sama dukkha sukham dhiram so amritvaya kalpate. O Arjun, O best of O best among men, the person who is not disturbed by happiness and distress is steady in both, is certainly eligible for liberation. Okay, he is not over happy when there some happiness comes. He is not very much distressed when some bad thing happens. Okay, he is sama sama dukkha sukham dhiram. Dhira means who is um, equal in the sukha and dukkha. Many places in Gita these kind of words are coming. Sukha samay kritva sito sukha martasvestu kauntya sito sukha. Lot of places Krishna is saying that one should be equal in the happiness and also in the distress. One should not get unnecessarily bewildered. So many people, when some good thing happens in the life, they become over enjoyed. They become more and more happy, and then they commit some mistake. And some people in the distress they become too much morose. But a dhira will not get disturbed. Okay. So Krishna is saying anybody who is not disturbed in happiness and distress and is equal, steady, equipoise in both happiness and distress, that person is eligible for liberation. Dukkeshu anudvignamanaha sukheshu vigatispraha vitaraga bhaya krodha istidhir muniruchyate. So one who is not disturbed in spite of the threefold miseries, who is not elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment. Dukheshu anudvigna mana, one who is not disturbed in dukkha. Okay, sukheshu vigadespraha, and who is not elated when there is happiness. And vit raga bhaya krodha istit dhira muniruchyate. So, who is free from attachment, fear, okay, anger, is called a sage of steady mind. Muni means who is free from this vita, raga, bhaya, krodha, anger, fear, attachment, and this happiness, distress. Okay, so that person is called Muni. Okay, generally people don't know these all words. Muni. So Krishna said, who is Muni? The devotee should not be active in an awkward position. And you see Prahlad, they were trying to kill him, but Prahlad was normal, equal, and he was not having much difficulty. He was not even praying to Lord Nrsimha that please come and protect me. He was saying, well, it's okay. He was peaceful. So devotee should be like that. Should not be aggrieved in any awkward position. Nor should he feel extraordinarily happy in material things. So when Prahlad got this kingdom, is not very extra over happy. When they were trying to kill Prahlad, then also he was not very much disturbed. He was equal. Okay. So this is the way of expert management of material life. So in the previous sloka it was mentioned that very expertly one should manage material life. So this is the way how to expertly manage. They should not become very over happy. Actually, many people become over happy. Somebody got a job in UK and then become so happy and informed everybody in all the family members, relative, everywhere. See, I got this job, very big job. That person got, of course, it was a big job. But he became so over happy and I don't know, more than focusing on job, he was focusing on doing this prachar that I got such a big job. And within 3 months, he was out of the job. And then he felt so bad. And then he's saying that, Arey, now how can I face all my relative and friends? They will say in 3 months only you are out of the job. I said, who told you to tell everybody in the world that you got such a big job? So over happiness and showing off our this growth or whatever, whatever achievement. This is not good. Devotee is not doing all those things. Okay, devotee is equal in all the situations. Okay, so this is the way of expert management of material life. So devotee should know how to expertly manage material life. Otherwise, he cannot progress further in bhakti, and he cannot um, protect himself from the material things. Okay, material. Even though material world is so powerful, actually, that even though if you don't want to get into it, material world will pull you. Material things will pull you. Material friends, Maya will pull you. Okay, so if you don't know how to expertly manage, you cannot progress in bhakti. Okay, you have to be very expert. Agni, this fish is then a fish. So fish is very expert. Even fish can um, swim opposite to the current direction. Okay, in the river, suppose river direction, current direction is this side, fish can swim opposite direction. Such expert. So we have to learn that thing. Then only we can swim opposite to Maya and go to back to God. Understand? This is the example here. So this is the way of expert management of life. Because a devotee knows how to manage expertly, he is called Jivan Mukta. So he knows how to manage here properly. That's why he is called Jivan Mukta. So as Rupa Goswami explained, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Iya yasya harer daste. Very nice shloka this. Iya yasya harer daste karmana manasa gira. Nikilas api avasthasu jivan mukta sauchyate. Who is called a jivan mukta? A person acting in Krishna consciousness, or in other words, in the service of Krishna, with his body, mind, intelligence, and words. Is a liberated person, even within this material world, although he may be engaged in so many so-called material activities. So you may think a person is going to job, going to college, doing household activities, and so it looks like he is also materialistic guy. But the person may not be the, because all those activities which looks like material activities, they are also Krishna conscious activity like that only. When a devotee is doing their Krishna conscious activity, so one should not think in that way. So if a person is acting with his mind, manasa, vacha, karma, body, mind, intelligence, and words, serving Krishna, then those activities, actually he is serving Krishna, right? Like a devotee is going office and he is getting money and he is having a nice altar in the home, he is making bhoga for Krishna, he is going temple, doing service in the temple, all those things, and he is chanting and making his family members also devotee. So that person may, so it may look like that he is in the material activities, but actually he is doing Krishna conscious activities. That is called Jivan Mukta, because he is expertly dealing with all this. So because of constantly engaging in devotional service in any condition of life, a devotee is free from all material bondage. Bhakti punati mananishta swapakanapi sambhavat. Even one born in a family of meat eaters is purified if he engages in devotional service. Okay, because of constantly engaging in devotional service in any condition of life, devotee is free from all material bondage. So that's why Prabhupada is quoting this sloka from Bhagavatam 11:14-21. Bhakti punati mananishta swapakan api sambhavat. Okay, so even in the family of dog eaters or meat eaters, if somebody is born, even though that person can become pure if he engages himself in the service of Krishna and devotional service. These are the glories of bhakti, devotional service. Shilaji Goswami cites this verse logically supporting that anyone who chants about the pure life and activities of Prahlad Maharaj is freed from the reactions of material activities. Okay, so in this way, Lord Nrsimhadev is speaking to Prahlad Maharaj. Text 15, 16, 17, Prabhupada is together. Sri Prahlada Vacha. Now Sri Prahlad Maharaj will reply. Varam Varam Vare Etate Varadeshan Maheshwara Yadanindapita Me Tvam Vidvan Steja Eshwaram Vidyamarshaya विद्यामर्शाशयः साक्षात् सर्वलोकगुरुं प्रभुं भ्रातृहेति दृष्टिस्त्वद्भक्ते मयि चागवान् तस्मात् पिता मे भूयेत दुरन्तादतुष्टारदहात् भूतस्ते पाङ्गसङ्ग सन्दृश्च सदा कृपणवत्सल Sri Prahlad Vacha. Prahlad Maharaj said, Varam Vedishan Varay, I pray Etad this day from you, Varada Isha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead who offers benediction even to such exalted demigods as Brahma and Shiva. Maha Ishvara, O my Supreme Lord, yet that Ananta vilified Pita, Father, may my Tom, you Avidwan, without knowledge of Teja, strength, Ashwaram, Vidya, being called Amersha, with anger, Asha, with the heart, Sakshat, directly, Sarvaloka, Guru, unto the Supreme Spiritual Master of all living beings, Prabhu, unto the Supreme Master, Bhratraha, the killer of his brother, Iti, the Smarsha Drishti, false claim with God of the false concept, Tat Bhakte, unto your devotee Mai, and to Micha and Agavan, who committed healthy secret with Asmat from that Pita, Father, name, I, Kuveda, may be purified, Duranta, very great, Dustara, difficult to pass over, Agat, from also the Buddha, although he was purified, they of you, Apanga, by the glance over him, Samadrishta, being looked at Tada at that time, Kripana Vatsala, oh you who are merciful to the Nrsimha. So now Prahlad Maharaj is asking something more from Lord Nrsimha. What is that? Prahlad Maharaj said, O Supreme Lord, because you are so merciful to the fallen souls, I ask you for only one benediction. I know that my father, at the time of his death, had already been purified by your glance upon him, but because of his ignorance of your power and supremacy, he was unnecessarily angry at you, falsely thinking that you were the killer of his brother. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying that I know that already my father is purified. Why? Because at the time of death you were looking at him, but he was in ignorance. So he was thinking falsely that actually you are the killer of his brother. So he wanted to fight with you. So in this way, he who Hiranyakashipu directly blasphemed your lordship, the spiritual master of all living beings, and committed heavily sinfully directed against me, your devotee. So he actually directly blasphemed you, and he also committed some offense towards me because I am a devotee. So I wish that he be excused for these simple actions. So Prahlad Maharaj is praying that, because directly Hiranyakashipu, my father, has offended you, so please forgive him for this. To purport, although Hiranyakashipu was purified as soon as he came in contact with the Lord's lap and the Lord's sign. So because he was lying in the lap of Nrsimhadev Bhagwan, he is anyway purified. Prahlad Maharaj still wanted to hear from the Lord's own mouth that his father had been purified by the Lord's causeless mercy. So he is purified, but still Prahlad is Lord only should speak. So sometimes people will say, anyway, we know, but please one time you say that it is like that. We know that this thing is like that, but once, at least you should say once, so that everybody will be okay. Because if Lord says, it's a big thing. No? So Prahlad Maharaj offered this prayer to the Lord for the sake of his father. As a Vaishnava son, despite all the inconveniences imposed upon him by his father, he could not forget his father's affection. This is the quality of a Vaishnavas. Okay, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Tri Sattvi Pita Puta Pitravi Satenagha Yat Sadhosya Kule Jato Bhagavan Vaikula Pavana. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead says, 3 Saptavi, 7 multiplied by 3, that is to say 21. Pita, father, Puta, purified Pitravi, with your forefather, Sa, altogether they, your Anaga, O most personality, Maharaj. Yet because Sadhu, great saintly person, Asya of this person, Kule in the dynasty Jata, Tukar Bhavan, you Vai indeed Kula Pavana, the purifier of the whole dynasty. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Prahlad, O most pure, O great saintly person, your father has been purified along with not only your father, 21 forefathers in your family also purified because you were born in this family. The entire dynasty has been purified. You see, not only your father, Nursing Dev is saying, not only your father, 21 generations. So the word 3 Saptivi means 7 multiplied by 3. Okay, you see, people says that India was not having in science and knowledge or this long back, 5,000 years back. Bhagavatam is written, there are also 3 Saptavi is written, not directly 21. 3 into 7, right? So they know all this multiplication, division and all, and shlokas and every this number. Na? Whole world didn't know when the zero was invented. Okay, then only this thing, mathematics came, right? Counting came. But our Shastras are already having 18,000 shlokas, they knew. And this Lord Nursing only speaking. So in one's family, one can count back 4 or 5 generations to one's great grandfather or even one's great grandfather's father. But since the Lord mentions 21 forefathers, this indicates that the benediction extends to other families also. Okay. Since the Lord mentions 21 forefathers, this indicates that the benediction extends to other families also. Before the present family in which one has taken birth, one must have been born in another family. Thus, when a Vaishnava takes birth in a family, by the grace of the God, he purifies not only that the family, but also the families of his previous birth. So you understand, see, in this birth, 7 generation, Lord is saying 3 into 7. Directly not saying 21. 3 into 7 means 7 forefathers in this life. Previous life you might have taken. So 7 in that also. And another time you might have taken. So 7 in that also. Okay. What is the question? Okay. So your question I will answer later on. You can send me this in WhatsApp. Okay. First. And now it is the time for, if it is disconnected, you can rejoin. Okay. So you send me your question on WhatsApp, I will answer. Text 19. Yatra yatra cha madbhakta. This is very important shloka coming, so I want to take this. Yatra yatra cha madbhakta prashanta samadarshina sadhava sadhava samudacharaste puyante pikikata. Yatra yatra, wherever and whenever, cha also madbhakta, my devotee. Prashanta, extremely peaceful. Samadarshana, equipped. Sadhva, decorated with all good qualities. Samudachara, equally magnanimous. They, all of them, Puyante, are purified. Api, even Kikata, a degraded country or the inhabitants of such a place. Whenever and wherever there are peaceful, equipped devotees who are well behaved and decorated with all good qualities, that place and the dynasty is there, even if condemned, are purified. This is the point here, that even if a dynasty is very sinful, or if city is very sinful, if a devotee is born there, or if somebody becomes devotee, then that whole dynasty, whole family becomes pure. No? So these are the. That's why everybody in those days, everybody will see, everybody will try that their children becomes devotee of Krishna. So even if they were not able to do something proper, their children will become devotee. So they will do everything proper, and the whole family, whole dynasty will be purified. So wherever exalted devotees stay, not only they and their dynasty, but the entire country is purified. You see, entire country is purified. Okay. Sarvatmana na hinsanti bhutagrameshu kinchana uccha vacheshu daitendra mad bhava vigati spraha sarvatmana in all respect in the modes of anger and jealousy none ever himsanti they are envious bhutagrameshu among all species like kinchana toward any one of them uch avachesu the lower and higher living entities. That Indra, oh my dear Prahlad, king of the Daityas, Makava, because of devotion, service, and Vigata, given up Spra, all material modes of anger and greed. My dear Prahlad,